I am John Purnell. I am the CEO of PurePlunge. And a lot of you would say, well, what is PurePlunge? What is that all about? Well, I guess we just have to go into our time travel machine a little bit and count back to 1874 when the original toilet plunger was patented. So it was patented as a vent cleaner for wash bowls, later retermed as a force cup on a subsequent patent. And that was, we knew at that point that this product was doomed. It was doomed to be covered with crap for its whole existence. Once you used it the first time, that was it. And we knew that. That's what its role was. So when working as designed, it was going to be covered with crap. Well, here we are 147 years later. I mean, we've invented, airplanes, space travel, telephone, internet, electric lighting, plastic, heart transplants, the discovery of the structure of DNA, cures to polio, smallpox, antibiotics, cloning. And we can clone an animal, and rock and roll. Well, we can't clone rock and roll, but it exists now. So that is where we stand. Yet, 147 years later, I'm sorry about those graphic images that might offend some of you, but honestly, this was taken this year. And so, guess what? Plungers remain fundamentally the same. I mean, they might change a little bit in design, but the fundamental concept of a plunger is made to be covered with mess and germs and all of that hasn't changed. In fact, now we know that a plunger could carry over 77,000 varieties of viruses and bacteria. Yet, here we go, using those, in the toilet and getting them all covered with those germs, including COVID-19. And the pandemic has really heightened our sensitivity about this, so it really makes this very timely, where now we're taking a totally different approach, where it's prevention instead of cure. So we're not working on pretending to clean a plunger or decontaminating something that's been subject to such disgusting conditions. We're actually providing a completely novel approach, which is, hey, wouldn't it be great if the plunger was never dirty in the first place? So, there are a lot of different ways that people try to deal with a plunger. I mean, whether it's swish it around in the toilet, or whether it's, shower it off, or it's just too gross, we throw it away between every use, right? I mean, we've seen all of those. But after this nearly 150 years, we had, Renee Rivard, who had this idea of there's got to be a better way. She was a nurse, she's a widow, and she's looking for, hey, how can I figure out how to, provide a living for the rest of my life? And this came to her and said, this is actually really fantastic, and went into the design of it with Riley White, who is the product engineer. And so that's how it came up to a patented product that we have today that will allow for us to take a prophylactic, preventative approach instead of a decontamination approach to plunging. So, So all I'd say is listen to your plunger, right? We need to stand up for those poor defenseless plungers. This is what they're saying is, don't poop on me. And, we agree, and we want to come to their rescue. And that's what PurePlunge is all about, is don't even get them contaminated in the first place. So we invite you to join the cause. I mean, you can visit our website, you can go to our booth, and you can get a little pin that says "Don't poop on me," and we'll be giving away our Amazon gift cards to those that we find with our pin to win "Don't poop on me" pins that are used throughout the show. So it's really pretty simple. The product idea is this. You place it over the plunger. This plunger guard goes over the plunger, and then insert the tip up into the bell, and then plunge normally and invert when you're removing, and you'd simply throw it away. So you plunge and toss, and your plunger stays clean. You know, there are a lot of advantages. It's sanitary, it's simple, universal, and universal meaning you don't have to use it with a particular brand of plunger. It's just designed for use with a typical standard extended belt plunger. And you know, so the benefits that this brings include, you know, eliminating the contamination, but somehow this plunger guard can still maintain the suction, can prevent bursting, avoid leaks, and truly save you time while it's trapping the germs, the drips, and the mess. And you just pull that off, invert it, kind of like a doggy poop bag where you pull it off your arm and throw it away. That's how this works. You just pull it off the plunger and invert it and toss it. So it's really the patented design that allows that to work in that way. So we're excited to be the only source for this type of technology. So I guess now it's time for my shocking demo. We'll have a more serious demo in a minute. But what I have here is a very nice can of ginger ale. And I'm just going to pour it in this plunger that I used this morning in a public restroom. Yeah. And I haven't cleaned it since. Delicious. And now I'll introduce Riley, and he'll give us our quick, less shocking product demonstration.
Well, John, I must say I'm glad I'm on this end of that demonstration and not that end. So, yeah, this is all you need. This is it. You just need your regular plunger. You need one of our specially engineered guards. Of course, you gotta, you know, get the air in it, make it easy for yourself. Now, as you insert this plunger, you'll see that there are actually, there's a neck right here. And that actually stops you from going too far, because if you put this in too far, you'll actually pop the bag and you end up with poop where you don't want it. So, take that in, stuff it in, you're now ready to plunge. I like to grab these little handles. It gives me a little bit of extra grip on that handle. You plunge it out. When you're done, you just have to take it off. It's as simple as that. Garbage, use again. Use or reuse.
Okay. Thank you, Riley. And that's it for us. We would like to offer everybody clean plungers. We don't care what kind you use, but just buy a new one, because when you are using PurePlunge, it'll never be dirty again. Thank you.